Hi, I'm Yvette Earl. I'm from Carlisle. I love drawing buildings, I love architectural illustration. I feel like I have a really distinct, colourful style and people spot me for the colour palette. I studied illustration at the University of Cumbria in 2010 to 2013. And I discovered that I loved drawing buildings then, but it wasn't anything like in particular that made me want to start drawing. It was just a natural progression for us. As a kid, my mum and dad used to have Lowry prints up in the house, and I loved Lowry, and I feel like I can see that inspiration coming through now because I still really love Lowry. He's probably my favourite artist. But at university, I discovered psychedelic art, and it's the colour palette, and I studied them. And it gave me the confidence to start working with colour. My tutors at university pushed me to work with colour. When I walk around cities, I look up a lot and I notice details in buildings, especially Victorian architecture. I love it. It started with drawing the Bridge Tavern, just because it's our favourite pub to go to. And I think I really like the human connection between these buildings and people, because they always get conversations going like, oh, do you remember such and such a time? That I like seeing what people's memories are of buildings. I've started putting in a lot more people and making them like proper scenes rather than just a static building on its own. So I add in people that I know, and I add in my family, and I put me in places, and I put all my favourite bands in through t-shirts. I hide them in everywhere, just really, really tiny. You'd have to really zoom in to notice them, but I like doing that. People started to notice my work through the colour palette and telling me. I had a lot of comparisons to The Simpsons, which I absolutely love because I love The Simpsons. I used to collect the Simpsons stickers when I was a kid. I used to get the sticker albums. I've still got them. I've started doing Simpsons themed illustrations now, like depicting some of my favourite scenes or episodes, or just some quotes from it, trying to make like an illustration from the quotes, and they're going down really well now. I want to get them made into stickers as well eventually. StickerApp gave me a really open brief to go and do whatever I wanted, which was amazing. I like working like that. And I decided to draw Oosburn. I love Oosburn and I really wanted to celebrate that. It's my favourite part of Newcastle. I love the colours everywhere and there's art everywhere, and I like red bricks and it's full of it. I take pictures knowing what I'm going to be doing with that scene. Like I can see it and see what I'm going to do with it. Really play with the light and dark on certain bits like I know I could on here. Like loads of choice here for the bridges that I can do, but I'm going to do this one here and I'm going to really exaggerate the angle. So we're going to go and have a look at 7 Stories next. I love the curves in it and the light at the top. I can like fake it up in my own coloured light that I want to do. So I'm really trying to capture the old and the new buildings in Oosburn, which you can see here with the new flats and the old buildings over there, and kiln. And the crane, which I absolutely love, and I'm going to do. I don't know why I love a crane so much, but I think it's the colouring, the lettering, so I love typography so much. It's a mixture of the old and the new again. I love the graffiti underneath from round here. I just love this area, like heading down to Time Bar from here. This is the Oosburn School. I think it's beautiful. I think it's a real celebration of Victorian architecture, and it's got a lot of history to it, and I love the Oriental style roof and the little windows in it. It's got loads of lovely little details. It's my favourite part of Oosburn round here. I can see all the street art. I love Time Bar. I love drinking in Time Bar, so I loved it down here, this area. You can see the crane just up there as well, and the toffee factory, and I absolutely love the lettering on the bridge and the different colours in the brickwork, like the white poking through. It's like the entrance, isn't it? The big grand entrance into Oosburn. So we've first done a test run of the stickers with StickerApp. They sent through 2 different options. There was a white back version and transparent version. We put them both up side by side and we decided that the transparent one was way better. So it was a total surprise when we've seen them all up and finished, and I seen a lot of reflections coming through. It's not what I'd imagined to happen at all. I hadn't took it into consideration. And I think for me, it's what really makes it. And like on the floors, like when you see it going up and down, it's like another set of artwork along the floor. It's beautiful. For a project like this, I'll usually start with going to take reference photos. I take them during the day, and I don't like taking pictures at night because I really want to experiment with how the light would look myself, and I don't want it to be just a carbon copy of what it actually looks like at night. And so I've found that really works for me. And it's just a case of I sketch it out quickly first, and then I just work up inking. And then that inking probably takes about half the time as like what colouring does. It's a fairly even split, to be honest. So, I don't know, like a longer one can take me like between 30 to 40 hours, like for like a big city scene. But then I've just done a mural that took me about 90 hours work. And then it's a case of just playing with textures. I like playing with different like half tones and distressed textures. Even though it's digital, I still like it to look hand-drawn. So like there's a feature in Procreate where you can like drag your lines along, and if you hold the pen down on the screen, it'll straighten the line for you, and I don't want that at all. So I still like it to look really hand-drawn. And yeah, then after I've coloured, I'll start working in the shadows, which is my favourite bit to do, because I think that's when it really comes to life, the illustration. And then I multiply my layers, like work on like a multiply setting, so like it's like just sits in it really well, gives like a really nice transparency, and then just play around and give it a lot of dark shadow, then work into the sky and add all my starry skies and my sunsets. I did used to do everything by hand with pen and paper, and I used to scan it in and colour on Photoshop, but it was such a laborious process. So the iPad really works for me, and Procreate is absolutely amazing. I'd highly recommend it for anyone. So I'm absolutely thrilled with how they look, and I'm buzzing that Ernest was one of the place that we chose to put them. It's a place that I love, and it's in like a beautiful location in Newsburn, so it was just the perfect place. It made sense to put them here. People have been messaging us saying, is this your work that's up in Ernest? Just because they've noticed it's my style, and they've spotted it's my work without me actually saying anything yet. So I've been getting quite a few messages from people saying how beautiful they look, how much they love them, and saying they're amazing. But if you look around here, you can see all the reflections. And up there, like you can even see the stars. Like on the little graffiti that I put on my bridge down there, and hiding my little logo in. I can even see all the textures really well. It's like little areas of illustrations that probably other people like the full illustration, but I like bits like this, where I know that I've added in the texture, and the text on here is actually my favourite part of the illustration. Ernest have decided to keep them up as well permanently, because they really love them. So if you're about in Newcastle, make sure you pop into Ernest to have a look at them. I think you'll love them.